welcome to another welcome to another video actually, I would say. And today's video is going to be a bit different because today I have officially made 20 videos since I started my journey during the last 2-3 months. Yeah, it's been about 3 months, I would say, give or take. And today is a bit special. So ever since I started my Twitter journey, Twitter and YouTube journey, it's been one hell of a blast. I've connected with people from all over the world. I've got the chance to work on like a lot of JavaScript. I've got the chance to work on marketing, user experience, a lot of other stuff. And the most important thing is I've got the chance to meet so many amazing people. But what this journey has really taught me is I've gotten a lot better at multitasking and a lot better at like switching between different things. Like let's say you're working on a coding problem and then you do something with design, and that's made my life and my job a lot easier. And also, I think the most important thing is probably mindset, because like when you come back from work, you're exhausted and stuff, but it's like I've been building up this habit slowly where every day, or most days, let's say to be fair, and a little bit of more in the weekends, where I spend like 20 to 30 minutes just working on this thing, wherever it is and wherever it's building up to. Look, if this thing doesn't work out for me, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I know I'm really proud of myself and how much I've accomplished so far. So yeah, not to babble on. In this video, I have 3 things I want to share with you guys. First, I'm going to share my thoughts regarding like my epiphany, because I've been having a lot of epiphanies lately. Well, basically, if you don't know what an epiphany is, it's like a thought that changes your mind on things, you could say. The second thing I'm going to talk about is like about ChatGPT and how you can use it. And the third thing is like where I see the tech industry heading in the future. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so thanks to Twitter, I've been actually meeting a lot of really cool people all of the time, and one of them recommended this website called Code Signal. So yeah, if you're in America, or if you're in a lot of countries around the world, especially countries with so many people want to enter the tech industry, there's websites, there's like stuff like, I'm sure you already know this, there's like LeetCode, which is the most famous. There's whiteboarding, and this one is like, unfortunately in tech, nobody really trusts anybody else's skills, which in some ways makes sense because tech is like an easy industry to enter into. Sorry. At the same time, a lot of people need to prove their skills during interviews and stuff. Don't get me wrong, like a lot of jobs don't really have technical interviews because they'll just trust people, and a lot of times this works out, but unfortunately a lot of times it doesn't either. So this website I discovered is called Code Signal, and I discovered it through Twitter. Shameless plug. If you like my content, do follow me on Twitter, where I post a lot more frequently, and I also give updates on what I'm working on all the time. So anyways, I digress. So what Code Signal does is it's a platform that sends like coding challenges to people who want to get recruited into into companies. And it also, and the really cool thing about this one too is it has like a coding platform where you can just practice coding and stuff. So right now I'm really early on in my journey, but I'm working on solving the second challenge. So yeah, I'm not going to be coding anything during this video, but what I will say is this. Yesterday, as I was coding this thing, and I've been coding a lot on these type of platforms without much success over the past few years, to be honest with you, and I've always really struggled with the guilt. Like the way these websites work is they kind of make you think, oh, you should already know the answer. It has to be this simple because they give you the explanation here, but they don't really they don't really have something that is guilt free. So I thought to myself yesterday, why don't I just Google the answer? And what I mean by that is I'm not gonna just paste the answer in without understanding how it works. I'm gonna take my time to research how everything works and understand the concept. And the most important thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write it down and save it somewhere. And this is where Notion comes in. I actually do have, again, another shameless plug, I do have a Notion thing here where I am building it up gradually with all the stuff I know and all of the new stuff I'm learning all the time. So do check this out here. That's where you can get it. Apologies for my computer. This thing is just on its last legs. Well, let's hope not for another few more months, I hope. But yeah, so if you guys are interested, check this out where I basically just share a lot of the stuff with you guys. So anyways, I digress. Uh, you can actually use this website, and as you code and you cheat and you gain answers and you write it down, you actually start to love this kind of tasks. And that's actually what happened to me yesterday. Like, I actually wanted to solve a bit more. So yeah, check out codesignal.com. All right, so that's the first epiphany. So what I mean is always think differently and always embrace the challenges and do it in a really simple way. So the second thought I have is about ChatGPT. I'm not gonna log in because there's like personal like email address and stuff like that. So, but my my thought about ChatGPT is pretty simple. If you haven't started using ChatGPT as a developer or as someone who works in an office, you are genuinely losing out. Like seriously, like just get on ChatGPT, get the free version, get started, sign up, and start using it. It doesn't just because here's two things. One, it doesn't just increase your skills. Seriously, like I've learned so much more as a developer from JavaScript by learning ChatGPT, and how I've even started to use Google less and less and less. Like honestly, because with Google, like you have to go into Google and you have to look through 5 or 6 websites. Like if I'm stuck on a programming problem and I don't have a lot of time, I have to really before ChatGPT, I had to really go through so much pain and I'd lose hours and hours on end when I was so close to fixing a problem. Because as a developer or as a professional in any field, 90% of the time you figure out what the problem is, whether it's like finishing something in an Excel sheet or if you're a developer and you're working on coding a new feature and you're stuck on something. We all know, we've all been there, and ChatGPT may not always help you like to fix the problem, but it saves you a lot of time because it gives you a lot of clues, and sometimes it even does. And the second reason to use ChatGPT, it teaches you concepts. It's an amazing teacher. So again, a while back I actually read an article where it says, oh, Duolingo and a few other tech places were affected. Ooh, and check out tech in Asia. Like Southeast Asia is like the beating heart of the world's economy, and I'm not joking here because it's so interconnected. So I always like to read news about Asia's economy. And like one of the articles here is like Duolingo is gonna get wiped out soon, or a lot of these websites will, because sorry, all of a sudden right now it's actually gonna be so much easier for people to learn. Because, for example, if I want to learn to code, for example, or if I want to learn something, I can go to ChatGPT, write a prompt. Hey, ChatGPT, teach me the basics of Node.js, and ChatGPT will give you code examples along with the uh, concepts. So it's so much easier to understand concepts. Like for example, I know what the difference between sorry, I need to go through my mind to remember this, but it's like with the JavaScript stuff, like if you're doing JavaScript and you want to know like the values of stuff. So I know that now a lot better because of ChatGPT, for loops, arrays, a lot of stuff, all because of ChatGPT, because I don't have to go through so many other websites and just look up information here and there. Like it's not like looking through a needle in a haystack. So yeah, this is why you should start using ChatGPT, and you should start use ChatGPT to get ahead, because it just saves you so much time. So yeah, that's my second epiphany, and my second thought, or whatever you want to call it. And my third thought is like about the future of the industry. Sorry. So a lot of people are saying right now it's really not a good time to be in tech. We all know this. For the people who have been laid off, unfortunately, I do hope they all will get jobs. And for the people who have jobs, I know it's really tough right now because they have to really fight to keep their jobs. So I know how bad it is, but look, it won't always be this way. And what I'm trying to say here, there are better times ahead. Just keep your head up. And honestly, we've all gone through long periods where nothing happens. So I want to end this on a hopeful note and say, just keep going. As far as the future of the industry goes, with ChatGPT and automation, there's not going to be less jobs. There are going to be even more jobs because even more people will enter this industry and even more people will want to solve problems and stuff. So, yeah, for example, the biggest thing that I can explain to you this way, an entrepreneur or someone could definitely go into ChatGPT and build an app or whatever. But why would they when they can just hire someone to do it for them? Why? Because there's marketing, because it's not just about coding or building an app. It's all about marketing, knowing what to code, knowing what works and stuff like that. And as you keep working, you learn this stuff. Like you learn a lot of this stuff. So people are still going to be paying you for your opinions, your skills, and what you can and can't do. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely want to thank everybody for tuning in. Honestly, I couldn't have believed I've reached 20 videos on YouTube and over 166 followers so far on Twitter. Thank you everybody so much, and we're just getting started.